Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Rebel Inc. Escalation. We are continuing with our official scenarios Mega Brutal guides, jumping back to the Sand and Secrets DLC because, well, I put that off for way too long and now we're getting to it. So, let's play with the Shadow War. Now, if you guys watched the last Rebel Inc. video I did, we played with the Golden Sands, which is the main campaign map. This is going to be using the same map and therefore requires some of the same build order, but the priorities are going to shift just a bit because the insurgency is going to be using stealth tactics and intelligence blackouts. What this means is they're going to have 3 different modifiers to their favor, one of which is going to make them invisible on the map, which is always very annoying. The second, every time they take over a zone or are basically taking over a zone, everything around them, every adjacent zone is going to lose its intel, which is going to be very annoying. And then we're going to have the third modifier, which is called sleeper cells, which means every time we stabilize a zone, it's going to be attacked by the insurgency immediately. Usually a pretty small group, but that can spiral out of control if you're not watching for it. That last one changes the build order and the priorities quite a lot, because what it means is you need to focus on getting some police and security early on, as much as you can. If you can do that, you can effectively ignore the sleeper cells impact. If you don't do that, well, you're going to be in for a lot of pain. All right, now you could play with a smuggler, always a good choice. However, for this particular scenario, I'd recommend either the general for the extra bunkers. They can make it a lot easier to maintain some intel and keep the insurgents under control, or the banker. And the banker's especially good, and I'll show why in a little bit. But remember, the point of the banker is if you hold on to money, you get compounding interest. The more money you have, the faster your money comes in and you start to snowball. We're going to take advantage of that. I'm going to use the doctor, the tribal elder, the celebrity, the realist, the chef, and the logistics expert for this particular map. We'll play on Mega Brutal, and we're going to call this one Gentle Heracles, which, by the way, in and of itself is a little bit of a joke, because if Heracles is being gentle, be afraid. It probably means he's about to go mad and kill you all. Just a little Greek myth reference. Anyway, let's get started. So we're going to place down our HQ in the same spot as we have in the past, and one thing I want to point out right off the bat was we have some bonuses in this map as well. We start with full intel of the entire map, and this is the only reason I actually think that the banker is a really solid choice for this scenario. Because we start with full intel, I am starting with all of the extra oil derrick money. More income up front with the banker means more compounding interest earlier. So this is where it can become really powerful, and as long as we maintain these derricks, we're going to have a lot of extra money, and that just means more money in the long run. We also have something called Drill Zero Corporation, which is some special modifiers over here. This is basically just an extra level of policing, but it's cheaper than some of the other options. If you pick up this and militia early, these two alone should be enough to deal with most of the insurgents whenever you have sleeper cells fire off. So you have to pick both of these up kind of early on. Let's go for the district representatives. You still have to have that in order to unlock a lot of other stuff you want, even if you already have full intel on the map. I'm going to get the effective procurement to control some of my corruption, and we are still going to go for roads early on. The more roads I have, the better as far as mobility. We need that very badly. I'd also love to get the outreach office. Because remember, normally, you cannot roll out any initiatives if you don't have intel of a zone. But when you start with full intel on the map, that just means we're going to have more options. The faster I can start rolling out these initiatives, the better. I don't have to wait for intel to build up. I can just start building everywhere, everything, all at once, as much as possible. And that's pretty darn good. We also want to get that Drill Zero security early on, so let's go ahead and start rolling that out too. And same thing is going to be said with the local militia. It does hurt my support, and I hate doing that, but I still think it's worthwhile. And let's just sort of sit back and let the money start to build up pretty quickly. The more money we have, obviously, the better. We'll keep an eye on okay, there's actually quite a few interests already. Let's get some medicine rolled out. We'll need to do water as well. Dirt roads we already are doing, but that's going to be fine, I think. I still need to stabilize at least 3 or 4 zones kind of early on just to avoid that lack of stability reputation loss, so don't neglect that entirely, but yeah, the more I sit on money, the more money is going to start building up quickly. We want to have 20 at a minimum, if you can. That is the sweet spot, as a rule. What else are people asking for? Highways? I guess I could build those. It's not quite what I planned on, but all right. And I'm going to get 1 level of anti-corruption right now, because the sooner we start burning that down, probably the better. Corruption is not our friend. We are not the smugglers, so we want to be getting rid of that. Notice a lot of policing and security offices getting built. That's good. All right, we found the first round of insurgents. This entire area is about to lose all of its intel. We need to start training up some coalition soldiers, and hopefully we can find their camp and maybe destroy it kind of early on, so I'll get 2 of these guys. And we'll start basically scouting. Now, your soldiers can still get intel for you, which is good. For that, I actually recommend you get things like interpreters and guides, and also the human terrain system. That's going to speed up how quickly you get some of this intel. The camp is probably right here, if I had to guess. There it is, yep. because we just saw evidence that there's going to be a fair bit of insurgents in all these areas. Also, this derrick went dark, and this derrick went dark. That means there's probably insurgents here, and maybe they're already over here or here, one of the two. We kind of need to take some of that back in order to maintain our money, so we're going to go ahead and attack over here and try to control this. I want to get rid of that camp early, though. That helps. We're probably not going to be able to maintain our intel of these regions unless we start pushing the enemy back by a lot. I'm going to get myself a third unit just because the more we can control these guys early, usually the better. And if I can push them out of this zone, so they're down over here, actually there's their camp, that basically means that they're not going to lose intel on this derrick, which means I don't have to protect it, so it frees up a unit to go and fight. So we're going to take this zone specifically for the purpose of being able to just protect this later, and then we can try pushing around the derrick and we should be fine. Emergency repairs over here is going to be fine. I would love to have had a military unit over here, but we can't. So the police are getting destroyed. Every time that happens, though, they do some retaliation damage. So as long as there was like 1 or 2 strength of insurgents right here, they may have just died. Now, I'm still losing control of the zone, so it wasn't enough, clearly, but that at least is the idea. Let's get the human terrain system up and running just so I can get the intel a little bit faster. Same thing over here. We can't even reinforce and do anything until we get that. All right, so we got that. Let's go ahead and push over here. They've got this derrick, and we cannot allow that to be the case. We have to now push. So we're going to try to surround and kill this. I'll probably lose this zone, probably. Actually, no. Well, I can't really tell. I've lost intel, so I have no idea. But we're going to try to protect this and not lose the derrick and also destroy the camp at the same time. What else are people asking for? More water. Fine, we'll go ahead and do that. Let's get some more anti-corruption if we can. We can go for things like universal justice in the PR and media office. I know I just spent like all my money, but we really need some more support because so far this is not building up as fast as I would like it to. Now let's make sure, by the way, yeah, we do have 2 levels of policing here. So if this zone stabilizes, it's going to get attacked, but we should have everything we need to defend it. At least that is going to be the idea. So let's go ahead and kill everybody who is over here. Go away. Thank you. All right, so we'll get this back. Thank you. And then we get back over here and make sure we protect this derrick. Why did we lose intel here, but not elsewhere? We might see this go dark over here. It suggests to me that there are some insurgents somewhere else that I'm not aware of. That's probably okay, but I'm not thrilled about it. Let's try pushing around. Did we just lose control of the city? No, we still have intel there. Well, let's try pushing around over here. I do want to control the roads as much as I can. Having no intel on roads tends to slow your units down by a lot, so it would make sense to do this. We're still under attack around our HQ, but I'm not really worried about it. We should be seeing they're doing a little bit of damage. We're probably going to lose this the reputation from stabilizing this area just a little bit, but I do think that it's going to be fine in the long run, and we'll see that the police takes care of these guys. Let's get the local employment drive. That does speed up the stability of any zone with an oil derrick by a lot, and that can actually add up pretty nicely as long as 2 of them are undisturbed. Picking it up pretty quickly should mean we stabilize these zones quickly, and maybe we can avoid that lack of stability stuff over here. All right, we found some more of the sandworms. I guess we go ahead and do a rescue in order to get a lot of extra support level. That's fine. Let's try to push these guys back into their mountain. Okay, they're going over there. Good. Let's see, we found a camp. Okay. I do see they're going around this derrick again, so they're clearly like here or here and preventing me from keeping intel, which is annoying. But all right. Keep pushing around over there. Let's push back around over here. Actually, did we lose intel here? We did. Hang on. Let's just check these mountains real quick and see if there's anything interesting going on that I should be aware of. Make sure that this is not going to be a hot spot for enemies. Okay, no, we're fine. We're going to go ahead and push down this direction. They're definitely over here, and there was a camp. Okay. All right. We'll do some pesticides for some more support level if we can. Corruption is mostly under control. Let's see how we're doing on some of these zones. At least another one of these zones is about to stabilize, which the lack of stability is starting to build up. So we really need these guys to destroy the police so that they can take some retaliation damage and die now. That would be good. No, you don't want to? Okay. What else are people asking for? More gosh dang water. You guys really just don't drop the water, do you? Let's get some telecoms rolling out. Since we have intel in a lot of zones, we can start stacking up some serious power there. I also see that we lost intel here. I think that's only because there are insurgents here. I don't think there's actually anything to worry about in this area. Might be wrong. We could find out. Let's go ahead and push down this direction. So I know they're about to take... Yep, they got rid of the police, so they're about to take this over. They're getting more capabilities. Let's fight over that once again. But we're going to surround whoever was over here, and they're going to die, so I think that's going to be fine. Okay, we stabilized, but once again, as long as we have some police, I'm not too worried. We'll be fine. More emergency repairs, huh? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we got that back under control. Let's push up over here. Let's keep control of these roads. Something's going on over here. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because they spawned here and everything adjacent went bye-bye. Yeah, I don't like the losing of intelligence. It's really, really frustrating to have to deal with it, but oh well. One thing we could do is drill zero surveillance, and this is another special ability that gives me access to seeing where they are if we have full intel in the region. So basically, this should pop up right over here. Now we know exactly how strong they are over here, and the answer is not very. As long as we have some security offices, this will go away as soon as they destroy it. Sooner they do so, the better, but that's kind of just luck-based. There's not a lot you can do about it, if I'm honest. Another camp going away over here. Good lord, you guys set up a lot of these things, didn't you? Yeah, we're not getting much stability because they keep, like, breaking everything over here. These guys will die, but, like, case in point, security office just got destroyed. Guess what? The insurgents are gone, and now we're going to see this zone get stabilized almost immediately again. That's what we want to see happen with all of these, and that's why the police are so gosh dang important. Once again attacking over here, are you? All right, fine. I'll get you. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. We need more units, ideally. That would be very helpful. More police recruitment is a thing we could do. I don't know if it's necessary, but it could be helpful. And garrisons are actually great. The reason you like garrisons is because not only do they help you kill the insurgents, but also they prevent intelligence loss. So simply by having this here, we're not going to lose intel over here anymore. This road is going to be secure. Hooray! We like things like that. All right, so one level of police gone here. Security offices still exist, so I'm not worried about it. These guys die. Good. You guys keep setting up camps over here, and I really need you to stop it. It's very, very annoying. Anyway, this zone's going to stabilize. Excellent. And the lack of stability is effectively gone. All right, all right, all right. And basically, you'll notice that despite the fact that we're pretty far into this map and the insurgents have been annoying, they've still only got one zone taken over at this point. It's just the weird quirk of this particular scenario where the insurgents never seem to be able to really coordinate. And as a result, you usually don't lose an absolute ton of reputation. I don't know what to say, guys. It's just weird. All you need is a lot of policing. Let's go ahead and increase some share of support there. We'll do that. Let's get some more anti-corruption. And I can't remember, did I get more policing? I did. So 3 levels of policing should definitely be able to deal with almost any of this. Yeah, they've only got like 2 strength over here. 3 policing absolutely can kill these guys off. I've got nothing to worry about. Why did we lose control of this derrick? I don't know. Somebody's over here that shouldn't be. Let's run up here real quick and just make sure that this isn't a problem. Yeah, they decided to run over here instead and left this alone. No, 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 no. You're not allowed to do that. I need the oil money. I need the oil money. Hello? Let's go ahead and get things like some airstrikes. That could help just a little bit, taking out some of these camps whenever we do find them. I don't know why on earth you thought that was a priority to bomb that just now, but okay. Whoa, we're about to lose this city. That's way more insurgents than I was expecting, and it's all because of the dang camp. Right, let's get up over here and deal with that. The police help a little bit, but we can't allow them to take cities. That's just a no-no under any circumstance, you know what I mean? And we have to now get things at the Foreign Relations Office, but notice the money has not been much of an issue for most of this scenario, because for the most part, we're actually able to keep this going as the banker very well, which is really, really helpful. I like that a lot. Let's try to get some intel over here. I just want to keep these guys away from these derricks. Get this camp, get this camp. We're fine, we're fine. And then we push you over here, and we're probably going to end up forcing them into these mountains. But again, as long as they stay here and they don't get around here, what do I care? The answer is I do not. I do not care at all. Do we have security over here? We should have at least 2 levels of it. So I'm not worried about this one guy. He's being annoying, but he shouldn't be able to stop me. I'm going to do a long-term extension on some of these troops. We have at least a little bit. Whoops. Yeah, I guess we'll do some emergency repairs. I'm not going to get there fast enough. We should have at least a little bit of reputation to spare, but not an absolute ton. The corruption's what's getting me right now, but as long as we don't let them connect a lot more of these zones together, I think we're fine. Let's get some more national soldiers. Let's get a quick corruption purge. Hold on to my money. Don't spend everything just because I have it. Would love to get some more roads. Probably can't keep you, actually. Well, I guess we could do maybe 1 extension, but not much more than this. My reputation's getting lower than I would have liked, if I'm honest with you. All right, we're stabilizing a lot of zones. Like, I would feel like we should be doing really fine right now. I'm going to send you home, though, because that just kind of is what it is. We can move you here real quick, and as long as we're fast on this, we can perform an investigation to get ourselves back up to 100% efficiency for our oil, so we aren't losing anything over there. Alrighty. Let's start threatening these guys and start farming out some reputation. And let's keep protecting the city, because there's clearly a camp right here, and they keep attacking this dang place. Gosh dang, you guys are annoying. I swear. What else do we want? We could actually go for some more policing, believe it or not. The extra policing could be a thing. Let's go for the strategic communications instead. I think that's more important. Let's go for some travel logistics. We could actually just go ahead and, like, get a lot of money. It does create inflation and stuff, but, like, meh, shouldn't need that too much. Let's get some education going. People still want water and apparently aren't getting it. I'm not even sure how that's all happening, to be honest. How did they spawn a camp in terms of my own territory? I don't know. They found a way. That can happen in this particular scenario. It's more common that your enemies are going to spawn in your own land. Gets very, very annoying when trying to chase them down, doesn't it? Gonna run down into these corners. A lot of our territory is under attack right now, but that's just kind of normal. It's just par for the course. A garrison here helps. We can try to push some of these guys out. If I'm willing to move you guys over here, we might be able to kill everybody in these mountains, and since they've been a thorn in my side, I think that's worthwhile. It's really hard to tell, unfortunately, which zones are genuinely in danger and which are completely fine. That's one thing that I find very annoying about the current setup of this map. And even when we do own almost the entirety of the map, it's going to be hard to get a peace deal that actually is effective because there's going to be tiny little guys running all over the dang place, you know? Like, most of the map wants to be friendly with me at this point. Like, they like me. We have a very stabilized looking map, but my reputation just can't stay up because all the dang zones keep immediately losing everything. Ugh, you guys are so stupid. Anyway, let's try to go for the kill on at least a few little things wherever I know that they are. The police are trying to do their damage over here. I'm watching for any sign of zones where I'm actively losing things. This place just stabilized for the first time. Let's go ahead and just get the extra policing. I think that's going to be helpful. I'll get the regional census to speed a few things up if we can. And then on top of that, let's just have soldiers increase the local support levels just so we can boost this up a little bit faster. I think that's worthwhile. Gosh dang it, you guys get the heck out of here. No. You're not allowed to be around my oil derricks. You get out. You get out. Okay. We'll do a wrestling league. We're going to cover up any of our airstrikes. We're going to apply some more subtle pressure onto our enemies. These derricks are under attack again. Some of this is not because they haven't stabilized already. They have. It's just some of the insurgents moved over. But again, as long as the insurgents are relatively small numbers, we should, I say should, be safe. That's that I actually feel uncomfortable with how things are going over here. So let's actually go defend that right now. And then you can run over this direction. We can actually kill off this entire group. You go over here, defend the oil derricks. Gosh. Threaten one more time. My reputation just keeps hovering. It's not actually going anywhere. All right, more anti-corruption. Let's go ahead and get drones and stronger troops or something. I don't know. Anything that lets me win fights more decisively would be nice. All right, so that group at least did die. That's good. And this is the only zone where I'm now actively gaining intel, which means the insurgents don't have purchase pretty much anywhere else, even though they were under attack, which is a really good sign because it means we should now be on the up and up where we are going to be winning this scenario fairly soon. What can be a problem at some point is you take too long on the scenario, you lose all your coalition soldiers, and then you don't have quite enough of a surge in order to actually do anything. Do you want to nationalize? Let's go ahead and nationalize the oil, I guess. We get a lot of corruption, apparently, but, like, all right, we can deal with that. And we'll try to do that. That was a 45% chance of catastrophic support level reduction, so that actually was not a smart choice I just made. So, yeah, probably don't do that. Garrison right here on the oil derrick is kind of the ideal scenario because it means we'll always maintain intel here no matter what happens. And I think as long as we can stabilize these zones over here, we're going to be good. Let's honestly just surround these guys, and that's it. I just want to roll out some extra stability over here, all right? I actually don't care what these guys do. We should have enough policing that they're fine. See if you can surround these guys and finish them off, and time this, ideally, right around the peace offer and when it's supposed to finish, so that there's nobody on the map and we don't lose any reputation as a result. Yeah, I wasn't quite able to pull it off. They did another desperate attack here in this city, and a whole bunch more just spawned over here. Gosh dang these guys. All right, we weren't quite able to time that out. Oh, well, it's fine. We'll just surround and kill, surround and kill. Okay, just a little bit more. As long as no new desperate attack comes, there we go. We can agree to the peace deal, and we win. All right, only 86 reputation by the end of things, but that's completely fine. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. It's kind of a weird scenario. It definitely just requires a change in tactics, but as long as you focus on getting that policing up and running early on, even on Mega Brutal, this is not that difficult of a scenario. Weirdly, the insurgents never became a major threat. I don't know if that's a proof that security is a lot better than I usually give it credit for, or if it's just a quirk of the scenario, but there you go. 86,729 points. I would say it's a pretty fun scenario. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I'd ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.